We're gonna start off this video a little different. I want each and every one of you to go down to the comment section below and write 1 to 2 sentences as to what you think qualifies someone to give you fitness information. And the reason why I want you to do this is for the reason why I'm making this video. Every once in a while I get these ignorant comments on my channel, and for those of you who do read the comment section, I try to respond to everyone, positive or negative. And the reason why I respond to the negative ones as well is because I think that ignorance breeds ignorance, and if I don't step in and say something, people might believe the dumb shit that people are writing in my comment section. So I have to get in there and be like, no bro, you're an idiot, or I try not to be mean, but that's really what I want to say. And in this video, I'm going to talk about one comment in particular that I get from time to time, and it's when people say to me, you know, it's hard to take advice from you because you don't look like what you're talking about. And what they mean by this is, I'm not the biggest dude in the world, I'm not Mr. Olympia status, and I'm not the strongest power lifter in the world. So for me to give you advice on how to grow muscle and get stronger is out the window, because I'm neither one of those things in terms of being the best, and I probably never will be. Why? Because it's just not my goal to be the best at those things. I like to be a well-rounded fitness trainer. But let's get to the point at hand here. This comment is basically saying that unless you are a huge dude, you cannot show people how to get big. So what we're doing is we're going online and we're going in magazines and we're only reading the content from people who are super jacked, because those are the only people in the universe that have the information and the qualifications to teach you how to get big. How does this make any sense to you? I had a wrestling coach when I was in 8th grade who was in a wheelchair. He was in a wheelchair teaching wrestling. Why was he in the wheelchair? Because he got into a car accident and broke his back. But does that mean that he doesn't know what he's talking about because he's in the wheelchair? No, that's stupid. Information is information. And then, to be honest with you guys, unless you can relate that information, being the smartest person in the world doesn't do the best thing for you either. But don't want to get off topic. So, going along the lines of being the biggest person in the world, let's think about it from the opposite end of the spectrum. So if you want to lose weight and I'm super jacked and huge, are you not going to come to me for information on how to lose weight because you're going to think I never knew how to do that because my goal was only to get big? I'm not going to be able to teach you how to lose body fat because I was never obese as a kid? I mean, that's a little ridiculous to think about as well. And we can even look at it from a totally other end of the spectrum, where let's talk about like a beauty pageant. Okay, you go to a beauty pageant, you get all these beautiful looking females on stage, they're all super skinny and great shape. Are you telling me that just because all of these women are in great shape, that every single one of them is going to be able to put down the crown and then write you out a fitness program and a meal program and tell you exactly what to do to look like them? Maybe some of them can, but I'm assuming that a lot of them have trainers. Even a lot of the dudes that are stepping on stage, you know, the physique, or whether it's the bigger guys or small, it doesn't matter. They have trainers helping them do their meal plans and do their workouts. Now that doesn't mean that they couldn't put together a base plan for you, but what it does mean is just because you look a certain way doesn't automatically mean that like the heavens opened up and then all this information poured into your brain and now you're an expert on the subject. You're an expert on human anatomy and physiology and nutrition and everything that's going on with how to reach your goals. It makes zero sense. It's ignorant. But we want to like believe in this dream, you know? Like we want to believe things are possible even if we know deep down in our hearts that they're not. And to be honest with you guys, I like to watch a lot of different channels on YouTube. I even watch channels that make absolutely no sense in the things that they're saying, because at the end of the day, watching some huge dudes lift heavy weight, it's pretty inspiring. Like, it's inspiring to all of us, you know? Even if we know we might not get there, or, you know, they're telling us how they got there and we're like, you're full of shit, but whatever, it's cool to watch you lift heavy, you know? Like, that's kind of like where I am, and I know a lot of you guys are at that point as well, but it's like you need to be held accountable for the information that you're giving. And you guys need to hold yourselves accountable on the information that you're actually going to listen to and apply to your life, because any information that you apply to your life is either going to help you or going to waste a lot of time. And if you guys are like me, you ain't got a lot of time to waste. And for example, one of my favorite things that I've recently saw on YouTube was this guy talking about how to get big. And he's like, you're gonna start off, you're gonna work out 1 hour a day, you're gonna eat 6 meals, and then you're gonna do 30 minutes of cardio. And like every single day, he was adding more working out time, more meals, and more cardio. And it got to the point where you're working out for like 5 hours a day, you're eating 20 meals, and you're doing like 2 hours of cardio. And I'm like, are you out of your mind? Do you think this is actually gonna work for the average person? Like, it's just like, oh my God, I don't know what to do except to laugh at this information. But the dude is huge, and you know what? It's kind of inspiring to watch huge dudes lift, so I'll still tune in from time to time to get inspired to go to the gym to do my workout. But when it comes to my channel, and it comes to helping you guys reach your goals, I spend a lot of time, different websites, different forums, researching things to make sure the information I give you is legit and can be applied and will help you reach your goal. And at the end of the day, I think it's important that we are able to set our realistic and unrealistic standards for ourselves or dreams. And what I mean by this is, you know, when I was a kid, I used to look up to like Superman and Captain America and Wolverine and like all these, you know, different characters that were like super huge, and like, I want to look like that one day. I know deep inside that I'll never be as big as Captain America in the comic books or Superman in the comic books, but looking at that and aspiring to it was motivation for me to keep going to the gym and keep hitting it hard. But I was always at peace with myself and how I looked because I was proud of my own progress. So I think it's important to know what's capable, but to also dream a little bit, because that bit of a dream is going to help drive you and push you to want to get to the best shape of your life. The main point, guys, people are going to listen to the people saying the things they want to hear. If this guy's saying you can eat Pop-Tarts and get jacked and shredded, and you love Pop-Tarts, you're probably gonna listen to this guy. Up until the point where he continues to get jacked and shredded, and you start to get a bit more fatty. And getting back to the original point, if you're gonna base information off of looks, you're gonna be missing out on a lot of quality information. Just because somebody looks the part doesn't necessarily mean they know what they're talking about, and it doesn't mean they don't know what they're talking about. I've met people who are super jacked, way bigger than I'll ever be, who are so dumb, and the information they give is so outdated. And I've also met people who aren't as good a shape as I am, who are way smarter than me and know way more information, and those are the people whose brain that I like to pick. You need to make sure that you're not going to hold yourself back from having an open mind in terms of finding quality information. And there's nothing wrong with watching videos for a laugh or for motivation. It doesn't mean you have to take all the information you hear to heart. And at the end of the day, if you're wondering if something's true or not, do a Google search. A lot of people will leave comments on videos, and it's like you can Google that in 3 seconds and you already would have had your answer. So don't be afraid to do some of your own work. And one more thing, you know, for motivation, even for me, I love watching like bigger guys move a ton of weight. You know, I'll watch a video of someone deadlifting 1,000 pounds to get me amped up to lift my 500 pounds. But just because I'm watching that person's video on how to lift to get huge or how to lift to get strong doesn't necessarily mean that that information is going to work for me, or that that person's qualified to be teaching this information. Maybe they only know what works for them. Maybe they're a super genius. At the end of the day, we're not going to know. But as you surf the web, you need to get back down to that comment section and read the requirements that you wrote in the beginning of the video, and make sure the trainer's teaching you the information on, whether it's on YouTube or in magazines or in forums. Make sure that they actually have what you wrote down there in terms of qualifications to ensure that you will reach your goals. And if you haven't already, come join us on muscularstrength.com. We're 60,000 members and growing, and it's the most supportive place that you'll find to reach your fitness goals. If you're looking for a website that lets you build your own profile, interact with other community members, log your daily meal plan and add your own custom foods, find the exact routines you're looking for to reach your goals on a weekly basis, new recipe ideas to help improve your meal plan, and you enjoy learning new things to take your workouts to the next level, join MuscularStrength.com. What's your maximum output?